Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection Clampdown. Now, this guy, as you can see, is a recolor of Kingdom Red Alert, but he's now a police car. So, we have a Lamborghini police car. Normally, I'd say that this is a ridiculous idea, but seeing how we also have RID Prowl, this idea actually does exist. So, yeah. Or it did exist at one point at least. But well, taking a look at the packaging, of course, it's the standard Velocitron packaging. So, we've got Clampdown here in this robot mode, which extends over to the side. Got a picture of his vehicle mode. Right, he's packaged in vehicle mode. Got a picture of the car right on the top. Diaclone Universe Clampdown, because this is meant to be a Diaclone color scheme. Side, we've got another picture of Clampdown here. The back, we've got him in both modes. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the box. And well, taking a look at the figure, well, as I stated, this is meant to be a Diaclone color scheme, although Clampdown himself started out in e-hobby, sort of like Road Hauler. So yeah. But yeah, Legacy seems to be quite fond of Diaclone, because we've got Clampdown here, Burnout, Lift Ticket, the Diaclone colors Twin Twist, the upcoming Breaker figure. So yeah, it's nice to see Diaclone getting some attention again. Kind of makes me want a figure of the old prototype Optimus Prime before he became the red truck that we all know and love. If you don't know what I mean, there's pictures of the on Tia Flicky, so yeah. But while taking a look at the figure, of course, it's the Earth mode Sideswipe / Red Alert mold from Kingdom, just in a police deco. And I actually think this looks really nice. So, for detailing, we of course have some police lettering right on the side here. Got a badge here which has Cybertron, probably referencing the Japanese name for the Autobots. Of course, we've got a port here on the side. Unfortunately, the painted detailing from Red Alert's gone now, which is unfortunate. This side, we've got the same detailing. The bonnet of the car has got this badge here, which also says Cybertron. We've got this little point detailing, which Japanese police cars have. In fact, G1 Prowl also has this, so which is sounds a cool detail. Got the light bar, which, well, it is removable, although it is translucent plastic, so be careful. And underneath, which, yeah, unless you're wanting to display him like he's in a car crash, you're not going to display him like this. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. So, for accessories, you pretty much get the same ones that you get with Red Alert. So, of course, you get this gun. And for blast effect compatibility, well, of course it is. It's got a little notch there, so you can plug in a blast effect. And that just plugs in right onto the side there. Or, if you remove the light bar, it can go right on the top. And you also get this missile launcher, which, if you want, you could plug a blast effect right on the missile. Although, I think it makes more sense to remove the actual missile tip, plug in one of these blast effects, and then plug this in to make it look like the missile's actually firing, which I think makes more sense. But then what you can do here is plug this on the side of the car as well. So you have this going on. I mean, seriously, a bit overkill, but Red Alert also did the same, so not complaining there. And speaking of which, here he is with Red Alert, so you can see how the two look together. And if anything, even though Red Alert does have these painted details, which Clampdown doesn't have, I think Clampdown's a bit more detailed. Just because he's got like the little painted stripe there, which Red Alert doesn't have. If he had like the red bit here that the Siege figure had, I think he'd look a bit better. So yeah. Now that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode. Now, getting onto the transformation. So, taking off the accessories, including the light bar for one particular weapon. The transformation is pretty much the same as the standard Siege/Kingdom Sideswipe mold, so... And we've all seen it before. It's pretty much the new Seeker mold. So, to get this guy transformed, we have, of course, just lift up these little side flaps here. Open up these little flaps on the underneath of the vehicle. And that lets you flip this around. Do that until you can flip out the feet. Close these back up and then stand the figure up. Split the legs. Turn the figure 180 degrees at the waist. Get the arms out. It's best to get them out of the way so you can push these all the way in. Straighten out the arms, so just straighten that out and then get the hand out. Move that down. Get this out. And if you're the guy who packaged my Red Alert, this is how you finish the figure. But if you have common sense, then you move this down as well. And if you're confused, then my Red Alert was packaged like this. But at least with Clampdown, seeing how he was packaged in vehicle mode, there was no such fault there. But yeah, here we have Clampdown in robot mode. And, well, I actually quite like how this looks. So yeah. Now having a 360. Of course, he still has some police lettering on the backs of his shoulders, which is, well, I just think that looks funny. And of course, he still has some here if you lift the chest up. Now, taking a look at the head. I'm fairly certain that Red Alert's head just recolored. I'm fairly certain that Sideswipe and Red Alert use different head molds. I'm not entirely sure, but it still looks really nice. Well, I think the ball joint's a bit loose on my copy. Well, oh well, it's still quite nice looking. And of course, for weapons, you can just plug this into the shoulder if you want. or what I like to do, seeing how I like to give Red Alert the shoulder weapon, I like to just give this to Clampdown as a handheld weapon. And of course you can just give this to Clampdown as a gun, or as all of the box art seems to do with Red Alert and Clampdown, so you can plug in the light bar, plug in the gun like this, and this can be used as some sort of axe weapon. I mean, it doesn't seem too practical, because what if this gets damaged, and now he doesn't have a siren in vehicle mode? So yeah, like using your own siren as a weapon doesn't seem too practical. Yeah, I just use this weapon for Siege Alert. Whereas with the Kingdom version, I just use the actual gun, and I'm going to use the same with Clampdown, because I think using your own siren as a freaking axe just doesn't work. Sure, it blocks out the back port for any fossilizers and the like, but I don't really mind, because, well, come on, it's removable. If I want to fossilize or weaponize Clampdown, I can just remove this. But that one complaint about the Siren Axe weapon, I mean, come on, it's optional, so you don't even have to do it, so it doesn't bring down the figure. And of course, you can just plug in the blast effects, so you can just fire his gun here. I'll make it look like he's firing the rocket here. So you have that going on. Plus he's got ports on the feet for weaponizers, or in my case, blast effects. So yeah. Now, comparing him with Red Alert, well, compared to Red's sunburned limbs, I actually think Clampdown sort of looks a bit better. I mean, sure, this does kind of look like Games Workshop Grey. I don't think it actually is, though. Probably using that term wrong. But I kind of prefer it over Red Alert's limbs. I mean, controversial opinion, but I kind of wish that Red Alert had grey limbs, kind of like what the Siege version had. I know, controversial opinion probably, but still. Plus, Clampdown's got more detailed shins paint-wise. So, yeah. Now, of course, Red Alert does have some more painted detailing here, but still. So I'd say that they're probably like equal when it comes to detailing. Now, for posability, well, Clampdown's head's on a ball joint, so of course it can look up, it can look down, he can even tilt his head, he can look side to side. His arms can go full 360 around. He can, of course, T-pose. He's got elbows. He's got a bicep swivel. His hands can't rotate, but they can go in if you want that. Thanks to the transformation, he's got a full waist rotation. His legs can go forward that far, back that far. He's got knees. If you open this, you can also break his knee. This can swivel. Do the split. He's got a really good ankle pivot. And he can sort of move his foot. Sort of. Yeah, not really, but yeah. So yeah. Well, that's pretty much all I have to say about this guy. Complaints? Well, pretty much the same complaints that I had with Red Alert. But overall, I really like this mold, especially the Earth, the Earth mode version. So, do I recommend this guy? Well, this is kind of an obscure character. If anything, people might more recognize Clampdown from the RAD version. So, yeah. If anything, people might be getting sick of this mold now. But if you do like this mold, or if you like Clampdown, or if you like Diaclone, then yeah, I definitely do recommend this figure, because I think it's got a nice deco, and I kind of hope that we get an Armada wheeljack from this mold one day. Seeing how I can't even speak anymore. Seeing how they are going to be pushing Armada more, we could get an Armada wheeljack from this mold. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely do recommend this figure, because I think this is just a really nice and simple mold, even though it is getting overused. Well, this has been my review on Legacy Velocitron Clampdown, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.